Here we are, Rain's on the Way. What a great picture. This is a real favorite of mine. This is such a creative artistry that we got going through here. Remember to take a look into the website and look at all the pictures and the stories that are talking about Rain's on the Way. It really is very special quality and part of the whole program here, because it really takes you in deeper into the song. As you're playing the music, you can start having all these visions of what other kids have seen in their imagination. And but right now we're taking a look at Rain's on the Way. We're using the notes up to the G above middle C. We're going to be counting very carefully, starting off at 60 and working our way up to 120. Here we go. So I'm putting this into the piano, and I'm going to play it right here at 70. Let's take it at 70. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now we have it saved into the piano. We are going to take it now. Let's move it up a notch a little bit to 80. And we also have here on the Rain's on the Way, I have, you'll see the fingering, the numbers. So use those fingering, like the pinky is 5 and the thumb is 1. Use those as like little kind of like road signs to kind of help you set up your right fingering. I think you'll find by using those numbers will kind of help you put your hand in the right position, so you're not starting off on a wrong finger where you're going to run out of fingers on a particular for the next note coming down, and you have to then move your whole hand. So it's real important to kind of use those fingering as kind of like little checkpoints. Okay, let's take right now. I'm going to record in at 80 with our bassoon. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see in that, where was it, the second line, when it went to the E, it went right down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and it really helps you with the fingering. Okay, right now let's take a listen to it back at 120. If you can't get to 120, it's okay, because you'll eventually be able to get there, but you want to try to. This one you might be able to. You find yourself being able to do it because there's no eighth note, so it's really taking a little bit of the edge off. It's and you could count this with it being no eighth notes in this piece. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, which is a really big help here. So when you start counting, you can get by without having to count the 1 and 2 in. Okay. Now let's listen to it with the tempo at 120. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put up the second line. Now the great thing with these little duets, and I do mention it in my book, that you can, when I talk about the duets, you can play these parts with other instruments, which is really a lot of fun. You have a friend that plays flute. Say, hey, play this. And you can play together. Someone plays a guitar, which is really kind of nice, and you can actually have a chance to play with other instruments. Or you can play it on the same piano, or you can record yourself like I'm doing here, the main part, and then play the other part over it. All kinds of ways to do it, to really enjoy fully these particular little pieces. Now we have our new piano lingo. It's really an interesting one, really cool looking figure. It's like a little S with a line going across and 2 dots. It's called a segno mark, and that's typically what you're going to see in a piece of music where you'll see repeat from that sign, because they'll usually say, it'll say a little thing saying DS al coda or DS al fine, and that would mean go back to the sign and play to the end. And so you're going back, whenever it says DS, that would mean go to the sign, the signal mark. So that would be typically found in the middle of the piece somewhere, and you'll go to that sign. And it's a way to save having to write a lot of music. You can go to that sign and continue. It's pretty cool. So anyway, remember what that sign looks like and it means, and we'll add that to our musical list. Okay. In addition to this lesson, we're going to keep working on the C, G, the D, A, and E scale. Let's take a look at those. Okay. I'll start with the E. I'm starting with the harder one for us first. And again, as you're working on these should be getting faster and faster, smoother and smoother. A. D. Now, if you start going faster with these, make sure you still have the transition, the thumb going under. So when you're coming down, you want to have that transition. A lot of times people will play and then they'll have a break when the fingers are crossing over. So be careful of that. More importantly is to keep them even. Okay, we have our scales and rain's on the way. Okay, so enjoy, and we have all these musical terms now. Enjoy this great tune, Rain's on the way. Good luck.